Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? It is time for some more Music March Madness. Let's go. We got two interviews tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning in a little early. It's 6:30. We got an interview with Burm set up right now. He's in the waiting room. And then
What is up,
after
everybody?
that,
It is time
we got
for
a
some
oh
more
my
Music
gosh, I
March.
got the audio on in the background there, hearing doubles. It's all right. We got an interview with Dirty Ike set up at 7:30 p.m. We got a double feature tonight, so get locked in. Get your smoke ready. Get your drink ready. Whatever your poison is. If you're staying sober, that's cool too. Just get ready to get locked in and learn about some dope artists tonight, man. Burm is a member of Free Nation. Free Nation is, of course, the Mick Jenkins thing, and Stock Marley as well. We got Maine the Saint and Prop as well. Prop is the founder of Free Nation. But we're going to be talking to Burm tonight, one of 5 members of the prolific group. Very excited about that, and super thankful for him to be joining us. And then, like I said, at 7:30, we're going to have Dirty Ike. So I'm going to go ahead and bring Burm on in. He's waiting in the room right now. What up, Munherb? What up, Foolish? Thank you guys for rolling through. If you guys get a chance to share the link on your socials or with any of your friends, I'm 1 subscriber away from YouTube right now, from 100 on YouTube. So if you please spread the word about Talking Truth, let everybody know what's going down. Let them know you're having a good time in the chat. Let's see, did we get it yet? We got 100 subscribers on YouTube. Let's go, baby. We just needed 1 more earlier today. We got it. We're triple digits on YouTube. Let's go. We got it. We're going to keep going up, man. Next 100 is going to be probably a little harder to get than the first 100, I think, because I started with like 30 or 40 on that account. But we're gonna keep it rolling. I'm going to admit Burm into this chat right now. Let's get me off this fucking screen. We don't need 2 Nates on there. Can you hear me, Burm? I think you might need to unmute yourself. Maybe.
You hear me?
I can hear you now. Can everybody else hear Burm? Did everybody hear that? Oh, so it looks like your levels are going up. How you doing today, man?
I'm chilling, bro. How are you?
Man, I'm doing all right. We did a little shopping the last couple days. Haven't seen the Warzone a couple days. It feels kind of bad. It's not like us to not have touched Verdansk or Rebirth a couple days in a row. But shit, how you been the last couple days?
I'm cool. My levels are still straight.
I think so. Yeah, it looks like you're all right.
All right, cool. No, yeah, everything been cool, man. Last couple of days just been working on beats. Me and me and my brother are working on a few projects. So he came back home to Nashville for a day or so, and we just locked in, created a couple tracks.
Word.
You know, working on personal projects, but like, yeah, man, things have been pretty cool. How about you, bro? I feel like you asked all the questions. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. There's snow on the ground. We were on the way to pick up some weed today, and I looked to my right. It was clear. I looked to my left, and all of a sudden I saw this like snow. We literally hit like the wall of the storm ran over us, and it's like started snowing immediately. It was pretty wild. So it's sticky and gross out again up here, but it looks like you got some nice weather down there though. Chilling outside over there.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful, man. Out on the back deck, smoking the backwood. Can't get no better.
For sure. You're say what?
Looking at the trees.
Ooh, trees. That's always a good thing to look at. Nice thing to mention on the Talking True stream too. All about the trees over here. You are in Nashville right now. Is that where you're originally from?
Yeah, Nashville, Tennessee, man. Born and raised.
That's fire. What's your favorite thing about the city over there?
Uh, Southern hospitality, man. It's a very warm city, bro. Like a lot of people always be like, "Does that shit exist?" And I'm like, "Yes, man." Like it's just different, man. Like I won't say other places are rude. Like I've been in Chicago. I was in New York. People aren't rude to you. It's just down here, everybody real warm and like welcoming. Like racism exists everywhere,
Yeah,
but like down here, it's just a little bit more tolerable than people think it is.
that makes sense. That's cool. Let me see. What do I got here? What is the most important thing that the city taught you, like living down there?
You gotta do shit on your own, and you can't like worry about what nobody else think about it.
Yeah. Is
Like,
there? Go
go
ahead.
ahead, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, is there a big hip hop scene down there? Is it hard to crack through something like that and get noticed like that?
Nashville's hip hop scene is one of the, in my opinion, but honestly, just factually, one of the best hip hop scenes in the world. Um, because we're known as country music city, I think it gets overlooked a lot of times. not even I think it does. I know for a fact it gets overlooked because we're known as country music city or music city. But people don't even know we're not music city because of country music. Like we're music city because of the Jubilee Singers. Like they're a black choir from Fisk University. Um, so a lot of people think we're country music because we're music city because of country music, but we're not. And so finding artists is easy, man. Like there's so many dope artists, and honestly, we're just starting to get the ball rolling on breaking through to that next level of what's the word I'm exposure. The next level of exposure. Brian Brown, Zilla,
Ooh.
you got Chuck Indigo, Ronald Bossy, you got Kyle Lacey, Mike Floss. Like, hey, the list goes on and on, man. Black Sun, Black City, Tim Chit. Like, it's just more so about people everywhere else finally catching on because it's not kind of like an if thing, it's a win thing when it comes to Nashville hip hop.
Yeah. That's fire. I'm glad there's some momentum down there and everything. And speaking a little bit of Chuck Indigo, he was on your last single. Speak a little bit about that one for me. How did you guys come up with that? And what did that song mean to you?
Lordy. That song was so. For those who don't know, I'm Free Nation. Well, I'm in Free Nation with Mick Jenkins, Stock Marley, Playboy Prop, Main and Saint. We all started off as rappers. As time is going on, I still rap. I just don't call myself a rapper. Like I'm just kind of good at a lot of stuff. And I started making beats, and I was good at it. Not to like toot my own horn, but I was just good at it. Like it became very naturally, and I started just continuing to build, create beats. And then one day I was just like, yo, I really want to do a production project with a lot of rappers that I know called Words with Friends. And so one day I sent that beat to my boy Ron. And one thing the world will learn about Ronald Bossy is that man can write a verse out of nowhere and give you just some crazy shit. So like he got on the song and he started off with that like Lordy Lordy thing. Like, I just told him like, hey, do whatever. He did that. I was just like, I'm gonna call this song Lordy Lordy. And I sent it to Chuck, and Chuck sent me his verse back. And I kind of just sat there the day he sent it, and I was just like, bro, like it was just surreal. Like, bro, I made this beat, and like two artists who I fuck with heavy rapped on it and killed that shit. And so like it mean a lot to me because it's my first production song as far as like, Burm put this song out. I've had songs that people have placed on their albums that I've produced, but this was my first single, man, and that shit just means a lot because you only get one first. You feel me?
Yeah, definitely. That's good. You feel confident about it, man. That's definitely the right foot to start off on. It's kind of a heavier question and one that I ask everybody kind of to start the stream off. What does hip hop mean to you, and why is it so important?
Oh man, it's crazy because like I didn't grow up on hip hop like a lot of people did. I grew up on gospel music.
Word.
So when I'm 31, so I grew up in that era of still having disc jockeys and fucking like portable radios, bro. And I found this portable radio. My pops was a pharmaceutical salesman, so he went to a convention and brought home this portable radio. I was like, that's mine. And I would just sneak and listen to the hip hop station out here every day, bro. I would literally just hold it up to my ear and just listen to all that. So like, I remember I would hear Ludacris, I would hear like Timbaland and Aaliyah, and I'd just be like, bro, this shit is amazing. Like I've been listening to gospel music my whole life, and there's this whole genre where people are just like rapping. Like,
Yeah.
this shit's so cool. And so I remember the first thing I did when I got my first CD player, the first non-gospel album I owned was College Dropout.
Ooh.
And it changed my life forever because I was like, yo, I never heard nobody do what Kanye did, like ever in my life. I was just like, bro, this is fucking amazing. And then the second album I bought, which is my favorite album ever, and Ludacris is still my favorite rapper, I bought Word of Mouth. And that's when I was just like, yo, like I love this shit. Like this is the best thing ever. And so like hip hop, I'll say hip hop almost molded me because I was so used to this one. I'm gonna just keep it 100, like this one straight line, kind of straight edge lifestyle. And it showed me like, yo, you can do something, like there's other stuff than that. And just from there, I started writing poetry. It gave me my love for writing, honestly. Because you feel me, when you listen to gospel music, there's nothing wrong with it. Gospel's a beautiful genre, but like I couldn't express the pain and like the things I was dealing with through gospel the way that it came out. The way it came out was like poetry. And then any poet can tell you like, you can write a poem, you can write a rap. So I don't know, hip hop molded me, if that makes sense. Like I am who I am today because of hip hop.
Hell yeah, that's fire. Let's see, what is being in a group like Free Nation mean to you?
That shit is just family, bro. Like any family gonna have it. It's gonna have its problems and its ups and downs, but that is your family. You'll die for them folk. I'll kill for them folk. So like, Free Nation is like everything, if that makes sense. Like I look at, bro, we play Warzone all the time. Me and Stock is easily one of my best friends. And so like, it really became a brotherhood. Touring with Mick, like it showed me that I could do something other than rap also. Like I was like, yo, I'm good at this business shit. Like I'm really good at this business shit. I can walk into a room and like talk to anybody. And so honestly, Free Nation, once again, and then I add that to the whole concept that hip hop molded me. Like Free Nation is a part of that. Like it helped mold me. Because if there weren't days I could sit on Stock's floor and talk to him about shit I was going through, or like family life, or like girls. Honestly, bro, I don't know what I would have done. Cause people who know me know I'm with the shit, bro. I'm a reckless person at times, and so it takes people who care about me to look at me and be like, bro, like either like what the fuck are you doing, or like, hey man, that's not the way to go about it. And so that's what Free Nation did, because it even exposed to me some of my weaknesses. Like loyalty goes beyond like saying it and talking about it. Like you got to be loyal to some shit no matter how you feel. Like no matter how angry you are, no matter how like left out you might feel, you got to be loyal. And so that's probably the biggest lesson, and one of the biggest things I love about Free Nation is it taught me loyalty to something bigger than myself.
Word. I know you and me kind of just recently became friends like through the Warzone and talking every day and shit, and I never really had a chance to talk in depth with you about Free Nation, and I just want to take a second to like thank you for being a part of it and helping make it is what it is today and what it was even 5 years ago, because 5-6 years ago when I first discovered Mick and discovered what Free Nation was, like you said, how hip hop saved your life, like Free Nation literally saved my fucking life and gave me what I believe is like the best outlook that I could have on life. So you just being there and being part of that and like being part of that group means a fuck ton of a lot to me, and I really appreciate you for that. So thank you, man.
Yeah, that's humbling, my guy. I appreciate you.
Hell yeah. Let's see. Color TV is something else that you got your hands on, man. Tell us a little bit about that, because I think that's super cool. And I think that's what's cool about Free Nation the most is you guys can all fucking rap. You got bars. There's no denial from that. Like you can all make fucking dope music, but you all have your hands in other things. So talk a little bit about Color TV for me.
Color TV, it's an idea that I had 5 years ago, man. I wrote it in a notebook. And a good friend of mine, she saw it. She was like, yo, what is this? And I was like, for me, it was just an idea. I was like, when I'm up and I got this bread, I'm finna start this company. And she saw the idea and was just like, no, like, we need to start that now. And so she kind of took the hands-on approach and helped it become a media company. It's a company of Black creatives, actually just creatives altogether, to be real with you. But the key focuses on putting Black people in front and behind the camera, teaching them how to do their own shows, create their own shows, putting Black people in the writers' rooms, in the wardrobe, like teaching people. We have interns that can come in and like put it on their resumes. Like I did public relations and social media for this media company, and basically all I really wanted to do was give Black people a platform to be creative outside of music or the other creative outlets. Nashville doesn't do that much. A lot of the things that people key on here is the country music, as I was stating before. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, yo, how can I combat that? Oh, the biggest thing is, here's the thing. There's no disrespect to Viceland. I think Viceland is dope as shit. But Viceland, they profit off of black culture without a whole lot of black faces. That was the way
Word.
I kind of looked at it. There's a lot of hip hop, but not a lot of like black people doing the shows or like being the cameraman and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, that can't be acceptable. Like, how can I create something that can be what that is, but not mooching off of some shit, but helping and building. And so, yeah, that's just what color TV was. Now we have shows. The good news, it's our new show. We cover different things going on in the local area. We have skits. We're working on other shows behind the scenes. Um, yeah, color TV, color TV network. Look us up on social media, YouTube also.
I'm gonna plug the link to Color TV on Instagram into the Twitch chat right now, real quick, so they can find it pretty easy. Let me see, Color TV. There's just one word on Insta. Oh, Color TV Network. There we go. Got it. Perfect. So I'm gonna I've kind of changed it up a little bit. I used to ask all of my branded questions at the end of the stream, but I'm kind of working them into the middle of it now. So there's 4 different questions that I ask, and I'm gonna ask them at different times throughout the stream. This first one has to do with the tree. The tree is all over Talkin' Truth. We talked about it a little bit already at the beginning of the stream. It represents growth, and the first part of the tree is at the ground, and it's the roots. They represent your core values over here, Talkin' Truth. They hold you down as a person and represent what you stand for. So what would you say are a couple of your core values?
Family, for sure. This is going to sound real, like, memey, but, like, keep that same energy. Like, that's important to me, man. Like, I don't like when people got a certain energy for social media and then, like, they not really like that. Or, like,
Word.
they'll say some shit, but then they don't want to stand on that shit. I hate people like that. I'm the type of person who, I'm like, yo, if you say that shit, stand on it. And if you're wrong, be okay being wrong. People don't like being wrong. So, like, yeah, keeping that same energy is very important to me. Um, Loyalty is very important to me. I'm a very loyal person. I don't really have a whole lot of friends, and so the people who I am close to, I really fuck with heavy. Like I really go hard for the people I love, and so loyalty is very important to me. Um, Shit. I think that's really it, man.
Word.
Oh, you're super religious or nothing, but like God is very important to me. Whatever you believe in as far as a higher power. I believe personally in God, and like that's very important to me because I understand that through everything I've grown up with, like my moral code. And I tell people all the time, I'm not a religious person, but I'm a spiritual person, and I appreciate the moral code that I was raised with because I know right from wrong. I know that I serve a bigger purpose than just coming down here and trying to get money and shit like that. Like I understand that there's things that I can do that can change people's lives, and so just I guess a big core value would be like staying true to what you believe in. Like a lot of people be scared to do that. A lot of people will be like, I love God, but like I don't want to be too preachy. It's like you love him, man, openly. And if that's how you feel, and if you convicted to tell people about it, do that. So yeah, standing on what you believe in, that's a huge core value.
Oh yeah. Finding confidence in yourself, is that something that's easy for you? Has it been a struggle? How does that work for you?
I should always been a struggle, man. I'm adopted, and
Okay.
so I grew up. I remember one girl told me that my mom found me in a trash can. I was like 4 or 5. It was no. How old you are in kindergarten? 5, 6, around there.
Yeah, you go to kindergarten. I think you enter school at 5, and then 6 is first grade. So yeah, kindergarten.
Yeah, Shorty was like, your mom found you in the trash can, and like to most people, like now that I'm 31 and I can look back, it's like shut the fuck up. But when you little, it's like, man, what the fuck you mean? Like, because I knew after since I was young, I just didn't really understand the concept like completely.
Damn.
So to have somebody tell you that is like, so that shit, it fucked with me, bro. I remember I told my mom and she got so upset. And it would be shit like that where I didn't realize these things until I was older, man. Like I had little things that happened throughout my life that shaped me to become very. My self-esteem just wasn't at a very high place. Like
Word.
I always against myself. I was always like comparing myself to other people instead of realizing like, yo, you're dope. So like, just be dope and then focus on that. You focus on everybody else, which is making you lame. And so like, it just took. It took a while. It took a lot of growing. Like even now, today, I don't want to say I seek others' approval, but there's times when you be like, man, I wonder if people fucking with me. And I had to reel it in, like, fuck that, man. You cold. Like you cold at what you do, just whatever. So like, I won't say it's never been easy. I don't think it ever will be just easy to like, be like I'm the shit. But daily affirmations are super important. Telling yourself that you're dope is super important. Also, cutting out certain things like I realized in conversation I'd be like, not to toot my own horn. I think I did it in this fucking interview, saying things like not to toot my own horn or like I don't want to seem too cocky. Like fuck that shit, bro. Like if you good, be good, man. If you want to stand on something, stand on it. And so nowadays I'm a lot more confident because it's like yo, I don't do that shit if it's not dope. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
so yeah.
Damn, that shit like really hit home for me, bro. That like that resonated so hard. So thanks for sharing that with me, man.
Sure.
What are some of your favorite artists? I know we talked about like Kanye and a couple of the first projects that you bought, but who are some of your favorite artists currently, and how are they inspiring you now?
Man, Benny the Butcher is easily my rapper.
He's so good. You were talking about him on the street or when we were playing Call of Duty like a week ago.
Bro, like I've never heard rap like this in a long time. And I'm not gonna say he's the best rapper right now. There's not too many people who are touching that man's pen. Griselda as a whole, I fuck with all of them. But that's because that's my production style. I'm a very like boom bap sample based producer right now. Just
Word.
because I really shit. So Griselda easily, I think that I probably listen to them more than anybody. Larry June, probably my man. To say between Larry and Benny, because Larry I think is my favorite rapper right now because he be talking about a lot of like healthy type shit and like how to save your money. Like I like a positive message. He real big on just continuously putting out music that's a positive message, but it's like that play shit. You feel me? Like let's see, we talking about right now. For real, that's who really be in my rotation heavy. My little brother, Zilla, man, that's one of my favorite artists. He cold. Of course, the Squad, bro. Like, Stock is about to drop one of the best albums y'all ever heard. It's
Nobody's ready for that.
Like, shit. He's always gonna be my. If we talk about like favorite rappers built off just sentiment, it's Stock for me because we watched each other like grow as an artist, and he's seen me fade into doing other shit, and I've watched him continuously just get better, bro. Like. It's one of the coolest things to ever see is like to watch bro, no bullshit. I watched Stock go from like, I'm not finna be a rapper to being a fucking rapper, bro. Like, yeah, I don't know if you want to be telling people that, but like, Stock does not want to be a rapper, bro. So like to go from, but what's crazy, he's the best freestyler I'd ever heard.
I was just gonna say he was just freestyling just to go have fun. He's like, nah, I'm cool on that rapping shit.
One of the best freestylers I've ever heard in my life, guys. And so I remember me and Prop and all of us would just be looking at him. I freestyled and smoked with him one day, and I was just like, "Hey, bro, you should rap, man. Like, you should do this shit for real." He was just like, "I'm not about to be no rapper," and now easily one of my favorite rappers. That's now. I say back then, growing up, or just artists all time. Frank Sinatra is one of my favorite artists. That's random, but like,
hell yeah,
that dude was nice. Anita Baker, top. Easily listen to her a lot. I listen to Anita Baker a lot. Lucky Day, that's a new artist. I should have thrown him in. Lucky Day, Sir. A lot of R&B lately because I like writing a lot. I'm hard, guys, so like you might hear me. I have ADHD also, so like this is gonna be a around. But I think that's it for right now. I'm just trying to think of everybody on my like playlist. Because I listen to just playlists Same 4 playlists every day, and yeah, yeah, that's it. Next
Word.
question.
If you're having creators or writer's block, whatever it is, if you're feeling creatively unable at any given time, what is something that you're doing to get back on track with that?
Listen to people. I just listen to music, man. Producing, I get into blocks, but it'd be more so just like I don't feel like making beats.
Word.
It's never like I'm not good at this right now type of thing. So I'll if I hear Freddie Gibbs, oh my gosh, I forgot, and the Alchemist. The Alchemist is my favorite producer all time.
Hell
And
yeah.
but yeah, Freddie Gibbs. Sorry, but if I listen to like a Freddie Gibbs track, Benny track, West Side track, and the beat is just crazy, I'll be like, I could have made a better beat. And I'll be like, I'm finna go back to the, we gotta get to the crib and finish getting some more beats pumped out. And so lately it's really just been listening to people. Yeah, Action Bronson. All right,
Word.
now I'm done.
Yeah, that Only for Dolphins really got me digging into his whole discography, man. It's
He can rap,
crazy.
bro.
He really can. It like, and he's got that flow. It just yeah. He's Stock. Me and Stock have been. He listened to that. He got me on Rare Chandeliers too. I still got to listen to that whole project. But yeah, Stock was telling me about Action Bronson probably a couple months ago, and then I finally copped that Only for Dolphins vinyl and listened to the whole project, and was just like, holy shit, this guy's like, he's crazy. I gotta listen to more of him. Let's see here. I'm not really gonna ask a question about it. The next part of the tree represents like the people that you keep around you and family, and we've kind of already touched on that with Free Nation and everything. I think everybody kind of knows the importance of that and everything for you. So next question for me would be, what do you think your biggest strength as an artist is?
My ear. I have a really good ear, man.
Word.
That's something. And Stock would tell me this a lot. He'd just be like, you're very good at seeing very cool shit before it's cool shit. So, just for example, back when we were rapping and shit heavy in Huntsville, I was going to drop a project, and the cover was going to be this weird ass cover of this like family, but they were all doing really weird shit. Like the mom was like ironing a steak, the kids were like doing weird shit at the table. It was. And Stock was just like, I don't think you should use that. And it was like 6 months to a year later, Odd Future started coming out with shit.
Yeah.
And it was all that crazy shit. And he was like, I should have let you put that. You feel me? And it's always just been shit like that. And another thing is people love my beat selection. People love the fact when I was rapping, I could pick really good beats.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, my ear, man. I actually thank God for that a lot.
That's fire. That's a great answer. On the flip side, what is something that you might be working on this year that you're trying to improve? For me, it's procrastination, because I've always been terrible at that, and I'm still working on that shit.
Organization, man.
Okay.
I'm very organized. I was just telling somebody earlier, I was just like, I might need some help just getting my, like, organizing finances, organizing, like, I was telling my business partner, I need help organizing my calendar. Because I'm the type to where, like, my texts are my calendar. If I look through the text and I'm like, all right, we said 7:30, bet. On the calendar, it might say 8:30 and give a whole reason why it got moved to 8:30. But for me, it's just like my texts are good enough. And so, like, getting myself in a position to where I'm not late to places or early to places or putting myself at a disadvantage because I didn't do things the proper way.
Dope. Yeah, that's great advice too. What is your, when you are writing, if you're in a writing mood, or like if you're gonna write for a song, what does the process for that look like? Do you go into the studio ever with something pre-written, or are you writing stuff down in the studio as to what's being built, or does it vary from time to time?
I don't think I've ever written a song in the studio.
No? Okay.
Nah. A lot of times, if I go into the studio, everything's memorized. So, like, I'll be like, play the beat, and then I've rehearsed it so many times that, like, once I hear the beat, my body goes into autopilot. And I just do the song, and then I'll hear the next beat, and I'm like, I remember this. I'll just rap it. Because That's something we learned from Jay-Z when we was watching YouTube videos of Stockhouse. Repetition is important. 16 times. You repeat something 16 times, you can memorize it. And
Ooh.
so it got to where I don't have to write because if I'm hearing a beat, I'll say a line in my head and then I'll just keep saying it and then I'll build the next line. And by the time I wrote the whole verse, which usually you're writing a 16 or more, by the time I've gotten to the 16 bar, I've already repeated it like 30 times. And I can just have the whole verse in my head. And so my process really just is like if I'm high or if I'm chilling, I hear a beat that's like, oh my God. And if something comes in my head, I'll be like, oh, hold on. And I'll just sit there and start kind of piecing something together. I I've been doing that. Sometimes I'll make a beat, man, and I'll literally sit there and listen to it and be like, yeah. I know when I start writing to a beat I made that it's some next level shit.
Oh yeah. Let's see. How do you find motivation in negative things that happen?
Uh, Everything happens for a reason. That is something I say a lot.
Awesome.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason. Like it be little shit, bro. I remember it was the other day I had to lift somewhere. My driver took like 48 minutes to get to me. By the time we got to the spot we were at, there was a huge ass accident. And I was just like, just that could have been like maybe she was late for. She even said like I had to use the bathroom, so it made me late to you. She was like, but look at that. I was like, you know what? Like you gotta find the good in the bad. Everything. Sometimes it's hard to do that, man. But like it could be as simple as like I know a lot of times people will say like you're having a bad day. It can literally be something as simple as like somebody made you laugh. Like you gotta link onto that feeling. Like I know in that moment I was happy. So like if that could happen in that moment, I could continue to feel that if I like put myself in a place to feel that again. Your mind is way more powerful than you think it is. And I don't think people realize that. Um, I'm bipolar, so like I there's a lot of times when I have to pull myself out of a negative place, like mentally. But there's a lot of power in your mind and taking the time to like be like, yo, I don't want to feel like this. You feel me? Like it ain't gonna be some shit where like, don't get me wrong, depression and shit is real.
Yeah.
But like there ain't never no shit that you can't get through. That sound real country, but like that's some real shit. Like there's never no shit you can't get through.
Word.
Like that's how you gotta look at everything. I'm stronger than this. Like if I let this take me out, then that made me a bitch. So like that's kind of how I just look at shit. Like I ain't gonna let life. You going to like hell no, bro. If I go out, it's gonna be on my terms. And so that's just kind of how I look at everything, bro. Like, today was a bad day. It's cool. Tomorrow finna be a fire day. Or like, today sucks, but tonight I'm finna play. I'm finna play Xbox with my homies. Like, I don't think people understand how important it is to find things that make you happy. The smallest of things, bro. Like, I get on Xbox every day and play with y'all because it gives me a space to talk to my friends for a little bit and just be happy. Even if we're frustrated and playing a game, I'm playing with my friends. And I can always know that, you know how it is, bro. There'll be a random day. We might go 4 or 5 days where we're not talking about much as far as like content. But
Yeah.
there's one where somebody has something that they want to talk about or like they're going through. And we play the game, but we talk like as homies. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, man, everything in life happens for a reason. There's always gonna be negative shit. But like finding things that you can latch onto that bring you happiness is so important, especially in this day and age. The coronavirus, like I'm pretty sure we've all seen more death in these last 2 to 3 years than people have seen their whole lives. Like it's important to find things that make you happy. Cause like every day ain't promised, bro. Every day ain't promised. So like, yeah. That's how I deal with negative shit, bro. Try to always stay as positive as possible.
That's fire. I got another tree question for you. The next part of the tree is represented by the branches, and those are the experiences that you've had in life. So, what do you think is an experience, a positive experience that you can take from the COVID shit that happened in the last year?
Everything happens for a reason.
Word.
um, COVID sucked. I gave myself COVID because my parents had it. And I was just gonna keep it 100 with y'all. It was just like, yo, if y'all finna go out, I'm not letting y'all go out alone. I ain't finna be one of them people who are like, I just didn't get to see them again. I was just like, fuck it, we finna all thug it out together. And
Yeah.
so, um, it taught me how important family is, bro. Like that shit is important, bro. There's so many, like, life really is. Life is very, 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 very. What's the word? Delicate. Like the smallest things in your life. People don't think about that shit. And
Word.
so, and that shit is funny. Like I don't know if people think about that either, but like you're saying a video game. So like making sure that I take the time to really link in with the people that I love and let them know that I love them. Family's important. Your friendships are very important. Your dreams are mad important, bro. Like you, you only got so much time to chase after your dreams. Like, but you gotta just do that shit, like endlessly, no matter how much it takes. And so, 2020 taught me that, like, oh, I was on tour when Corona hit. That's another thing. So,
Yep.
like, it taught me that things can be taken away in an instant. Um, you gotta make the best out of any situation. I got taken off tour, but like it taught me how to like make beats. I started making beats because I was no longer on tour. But now I've got myself a new trade and a new craft that actually is paying off. And so yeah, man, 2020 taught me a lot of things, but I'll say the number one thing, once again, everything happened for a reason, but like making the best. What's the saying? When life give you lemons, make some motherfucking lemonade.
Hell yeah. That's the best you could do. Let's see.
Yeah,
What is your favorite way to make somebody else smile, man?
just talking. I've I talk funny. Somebody told me that. They're like, you just the way you say things is funny. And so I've learned that in the course of a conversation, I'm gonna make someone smile eventually. Because a lot of times I'm a very like I don't think what I'm saying is funny. Sorry, uh, I I don't be thinking what I'm saying is funny, but I'm about to step inside because these birds apparently want to have a full
They are
conversation with
they
me.
are trying to sing for
Like,
us, man.
goddamn, let's talk, man. We're gonna step inside real quick. All right. So yeah, just general conversation. I like just talking to people because, for the most part, I understand that when I speak to people, I can find a way to make them smile.
Word. Let's see. Who is somebody that you're proud of recently, and what is it that they accomplished that made you proud of them?
My brother. Um, I tell him that I told him this. I don't know if it was for the first time, but I've said this to a few people. He makes better music than I've ever made, in my opinion. I think he is a very talented artist, and so
Hell yeah.
to watch him drop his album and to see how good it was, and to see him continuously dropping more music, um, it's a really dope thing to see as an older brother because I he lets me know like, bro, I wouldn't do this if it wasn't for you. I took a lot. We took a lot of backlash, man. Free Nation as a whole, growing up Seventh Day Adventist, rapping is not something that you're raised to like do.
Mm-hmm.
And so we took a lot of heat. All five of us took a lot of heat. And so, but us taking that heat helped a lot of people realize that like these kids are at least trying to do something and they're talking about something. Like they're letting people know, like, yo, we believe in God, but we also understand the plight of like life. And like we deal with real life shit every day. And so to be able to take a lot of that heat so that now my brother can come and be himself unapologetically, comfortable making the music he wants to make, that's as an older brother, that's probably one of my proudest like achievements and accomplishments actually for like in a long time.
Word. What is some advice that you might give somebody who is maybe a little timid or just might be stepping into the studio making music for the first time? Even you being a producer, like, what if somebody's approaching you wanting to make a song? Like, what's some advice that you might give them for the first time?
Uh, just be yourself. Like too many people focus on trying to be and sound like other people, or trying to do things because other people are telling them to do it. So like, I let people know, like, I'll never like stomp somebody's fire out. I'm just a realist. So like, I'll be like, yo, let's do this. If they come to me and they're like, yo, like, what would you get? What advice would you give me? I would tell them like, yo, be ready for anything. Like, be ready for the downs. A lot of people are not ready for that. They think they're gonna put a song out and it's about to pop. Like, you got to be ready for them down years. We've been out here making music since 2010. Like, bro, it's been 11 years. Yeah. I'm not a fucking millionaire. You feel me? Like, I'm just starting to see the fruit from my labor. But like, what I say has been worth it. Like, hell yeah, man. Like, you just got to be ready for the ups, be ready for the downs. Take every accomplishment that you do, like that you have, and like appreciate it. A lot of people will say like, "Nah, I don't got time. I got too much time to make more things shake." And it's like, nah, man. Like, it could be as small as the fucking, bro. It could be the fucking community center arts and crafts award for literary genius. I don't care, bro. Feel like you just won a Grammy because somebody took the time to hear your art or see your art and appreciate it. Like, you gotta take every moment and appreciate that shit. And so yeah, be ready for the ups and downs, but be ready to fight through the downs, but appreciate all the ups.
Hell yeah, that's fire. What would you say is your perception of success? Because it's definitely varied throughout the stream as to what people see it as. So what do you see success as?
If I'm happy, then I'm successful. I think people look at like accolades as happiness or success.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't give a fuck about that.
Word.
That's cool. That's like, I'm trying to think of the best way to explain it, man. Like, you know how people say money don't buy happiness?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's false. But money don't equal success. Like, happiness equals success, in my opinion. Like, you can make, and when I say money does buy happiness, I mean it in this way. Like, if you get a lot of money, it's easier. Like, right now, every problem I have in life is because I don't got no money. So, like, for me, money can make me a lot happier. That's the reason I say that money doesn't buy happiness. I mean, it does buy happiness. But success is based off the fact that, like, yo, if I can provide for my family, if I can make something and I'm proud of it, then I feel like I'm successful. Like, I have a very low bar for like for feeling successful, if that makes sense, because I'm not about to, I don't know, I don't feel like you should place no high ass bar, especially in this day and age, for like, oh, I'm successful because I did this. Like, if I'm happy, I'm successful, man. Like, if I'm doing the things that I love, I'm successful. If I can live a life comfortably and not have to be clocking in to go talk to some boss every day, I'm successful. And as of right now, I don't got to do that shit. So, like, I feel like for this stage of my life, I am successful. 1 second, battery finna die. In this stage of my life, I feel like I'm successful, but there's also more success to be gained.
Hell yeah.
That was a very roundabout answer. I told you, I'm
Hey man, it's perfect for the platform. That's what we need. We need as many truthful answers as we can get, man. This is a heavy question, man. Say
my
what?
My ADHD kicked my ass on that one.
I don't think so. That was pretty good. You didn't really repeat yourself, and it was very informative, man. That was a great answer. The next one, though, I don't know. I've never asked this one. I just came up with it. It was inspired by the guy that I'm going to interview next, actually. His name is Dirty Ike. There's an interlude on his project that kind of talks about legacy a little bit. So what do you want your legacy to be when you leave this earth?
I just want people to be like, yo, he was like that guy. Excuse me, that guy. And I'm not trying to be like, oh man, he was so cool, but like more so like, I want, if I got to look at my funeral when I passed, I would want everybody who spoke to just be like, yo, like, I love being around him. He made me laugh. He's great to talk to. Like, it's cool to be able to be like, oh man, he was a millionaire and had so many cool cars, and like that's cool and everything. I would love to leave my kids with like a lot of money to continue like like generational wealth.
Mm-hmm.
But I really want to more so be known because I was just always there to help people, and people knew that they could count on me whenever. Like, yeah, I really just want my legacy to be like that specifically. Like, yo, I know if I needed him, he was going to be there. If I needed to smile, if I needed money, if I needed to crash, if I needed to talk, like Burm got me. And so, yeah, I think that would be it. Reliability. There we go.
Fire. I got two more questions for you. One of them is the last part of the tree, which is represented by the leaves. And those represent the lessons that you've taken from the experiences you've had in life. So what would you say is one of the most important lessons you learned as a kid that you carry with you today?
That's a good question. Let me think about that one. Shit. Um, oh, my mom used to say this to me all the time, and I never knew what it meant until I got older. But I appreciate it because it helps me not get butthurt about shit. Know your friends. Like, when I was younger, I'd be like, I do know my friend's mom. But like when I got older, it was like, yo, the people who you have around you, you gotta love them for everything. Like the good and the bad. You gotta understand that some of your friends you might have that one friend who just be lying about shit all the time. But like you choose to love that person. You might have that friend who like never got money. But you chose, that's your friend. Like you chose, like you gotta let that person do whatever. And so like, yeah, know your friends, cause it's real hard sometimes because they are our friends. When they do things, it hurts us a little bit more than when a random person does it. And some people don't take the time to be like, yo, I could have expected that if I knew you the way I should know you, because that's not off brand for something that you could do. It still hurt, but it don't hurt as much because I know you, and it helps you take things a little bit better. Like, I think that's real important, actually. Like, I won't go into no detail, but it's something that I've learned personally. Like, you just gotta know the people that you choose to call your friends. You gotta know them for real.
That's an amazing answer, man. And then the last question I got for you, one that I ask every single person that comes on: what does truth mean to you?
Freedom. The truth will set you free is a real ass fucking statement, man. Like, there's a weight that comes off your shoulders when you don't gotta hold on to lies. And so, truth just means freedom to me. And that could be taken in a lot of different ways, but like, not even just like lying to people, but like or as far as like telling a lie, but living a lie. It's easier to just be free. I know a lot of people who, this is just a metaphor, but I have friends who are homosexual, and they've told me like living a life where you got to hide everything that you love about yourself and that makes you feel like yourself, it's a weight. And that could be your dreams. That could be wanting to be an artist. That could be wanting to be a photographer, but your parents won't do it for you. Like, they're not fucking with it. Yeah. Like, there's so many things that we deal with heavily on the inside, and we're trying our hardest to like let people know, like, this is who I am. And because we know others won't accept it, we just live this life of, well, this is what people want from me. And so living in your truth, telling the truth will literally set you free.
That's fire. Awesome, man. Shit, I appreciate you coming on, Burm. We're definitely going to get some Call of Duty dubs tonight. I got one more interview to do, but I know Stock said he was going to hop on. So if you're down, we should get some dubs for sure.
Well, it's date night for me. So
Ooh, okay.
I don't know if I can hop on.
You got better things to do than catch dubs in the war zone.
You feel me?
Hell yeah, man. Well, shit, I hope you have a solid night. Any final thoughts for the stream at all? I appreciate you coming through, man.
Yo, Nate is fucking dope. I appreciate y'all for supporting my bro's podcast and his stream. Continue to support twitch.tv/talking truth. Also follow me, twitch.tv/supburm. I'm also on all social media platforms. On Twitter, it's free Burm because they be fucking, it's my 5th Twitter. So like I just had to free Burm on Twitter, supburm, SUP Burm on Instagram. Stay positive. Keep collecting them quarters, as my bro Stock would say.
Shout out Stock. Hell yeah, man! I appreciate you rolling through. I'm gonna link both of those things to the Twitch chat right now. I'm gonna link your Twitch, your Twitter, and your Instagram all to the chat right now, so everybody gets a chance to click on your shit and follow you. Thanks again, man. Hope you have a solid night, bro. Stay safe, and we'll talk to you tomorrow probably.
Yeah, be blessed, man.
Likewise, bro. Take it easy.
Yep.
All right, that was Burm of Talkin Truth. That was Burm of Free Nation on Talkin Truth. I got tongue twisted there. Man, I appreciate him so much for coming on. I hope everybody enjoyed Burm's company and his insight and helpfulness and his everything, man. What a dope guy. I super appreciate him and his art and his time, and that was a great conversation. So what I'm going to do really quick, for the sake of the VODs on YouTube, I'm gonna end the stream and start it right back up immediately. So if you're in the chat, if you're on the stream, if you're on the page, and it happens to end, please just give it like 30 seconds. I'm gonna restart it up with the same title and everything. But to break up the like videos on